Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. I saw the first Loki episode. I finally got to see it and I'm impressed. It was different, but I was impressed. If you've seen Endgame, if you haven't seen Endgame, please watch Endgame at the end or during the movie where he picked up the Tesseract and he just warped out of there because I believe Iron Man dropped the suitcase, the briefcase, and it just flew on the floor. Now, the beginning basically it jumps right into it because this is only going to be 6 episodes, so it's going to go by quick. When they jumped into it, Loki basically was picked up by which we see as the time police, basically. And he was brought in because he basically messed the timeline up when he grabbed the Tesseract and warped out of there. He was supposed to continue with his timeline. So he was brought in and he was just noticing things like this was different. A lot of things were different, and while that's going on, there's somebody out there killing time police. They're killing the time police. They're basically killing them, and he's basically looking like, well, not him, but the guy Owen Wilson, the character he's playing, is basically trying to figure out who's doing it and why they're doing it. He starts speaking another language. It was kind of funny. He dissed the other guy. The other guy said, "Hey, I can understand that language too." So he was talking to the little kid. The little kid basically told him who was doing it, pointed at the devil picture. And that picture basically, I think, resembles the transformation that Loki, when he transforms into something else, that's what he becomes. Now Loki basically is getting into it with the head, one of the head officers, which is a black woman, and they're going at it. And he's basically upset at where he's at. He loves to talk, but then he lies and say he doesn't. And he got away, which was clean because he had like Owen Wilson picked him up and he had like they were cool, but he took the thing from him. And then he was threatening the Asian guy. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna gut you like a trout. I'm gonna gut you like a fish. And then he's like, what's a fish? He was just saying, well, I like to know what I'm gonna get tortured like, before it actually happens, before I do something. And then he showed him the Affinity Stones, which basically mean nothing in that world. That world is basically another dimension, which is different from where he's at, and where the Tesseract and the Affinity Stones really don't mean nothing. They're just basically show jury. Like the guy was like, we use that for like to put it over paper, like paper clips, and like to hold the paper from flying everywhere. So Loki basically, and if you're a person watching it, you're like, wow. So you're just as shocked. He went back to the room that he escaped from, where Owen Wilson had him captive. He saw how his story played out. He started crying when he saw his dad, when his dad said he's proud of both of his sons. And then he saw where he was killed protecting Thor from Thanos, and it showed him being killed, and he saw what happened. So now he's gonna decide to work with Owen Wilson. I mean, that's all that happened. Really not a whole lot, but to me, I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be underrated. It's underrated. I think it's gonna be fine. So So, so to me, I think this is gonna be a good series. I mean, a good little series. How it's starting off, basically the reveal was they're basically chasing him. So what I'm thinking is another him in another dimension, or another, or I'm not a multiverse, another verse version of him is basically going around killing time police, and we're gonna see what it is. It might be exactly him, or it might be somebody personating him. We don't know, but I'm intrigued. I give it 2.5 out of 4 stars. The first episode. The thing I didn't like about it was it just didn't explain a lot to me in the first episode. When the Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is now Captain America and the Winter Soldier, when the first episode came on, it explained to you, what's going on, what it's gonna be like. Even though it was short, to me they should have made it a 9 episode series, but I guess they put all their money in WandaVision. Even WandaVision's first episode, it was like, wow, it was intriguing, and you learned a lot. You didn't really learn anything, but you kind of got a picture of, okay, this is kind of weird. And then you saw Captain America and Winter Soldier, when it was the Falcon and Winter Soldier, it kind of made you like, okay, this is straight. Loki, it was good. The guy playing Loki's phenomenal. Owen Wilson, I don't know what it is. To me, he just plays the same character. Like to me, his character is the same as in everything he played in Wedding Crashers. I forgot the other movies he played. Oh yeah, the movies with Jackie Chan. Those are the same, Shanghai Noon and Nights, and he's just always played the same character. I really don't like his character sometimes. Now in this one, he was funny. He brought a little sarcasm, comedy. That's who he is. To me, I believe Luke, his brother, I believe he's a better actor to me than Owen. Owen to me is a lot funnier because he could play those comedy roles, but to me, Luke is a serious actor, a lot better than him. But as the series goes on, we'll see. I just don't like Owen Wilson's character. I'm just not keen to him. I just think he plays the same guy. The black lady, she's okay, but to me, she comes off as overly aggressive. And then the lady they have is being the judge and stuff. It's like she's okay. We'll see, man. But so far I'm intrigued. But I give it 2.5 out of 4. People may be like, HD, you're being too harsh, and I don't know. I don't know. Like when I see something like the first time or listen to it the first time, I see what's the impact of it or how does it draw me in. But the guy playing Loki, I always loved him. He can act, and I love his direction. I love how he rambles on and talks a lot, and how he shows this entitlement. Like, I am Loki. I am the god of mischief. And these guys are like, okay, we don't really give a shit, but whatever. But yeah, I give it 2.5 out of 4 stars. We'll see how the second episode is, but I like how it ended a little bit. I just don't like Owen Wilson. Like I've never really liked him. Like I liked him in comedies because he's very sarcastically funny. He's like him and Vince Vaughn are like the same almost. They're very sarcastically funny, but like I said, y'all let me know in the comment section what you think. Thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you like what you hear, please donate to the page by cash apping me at the word welcome, the number 2, and then in HDIITV. Thank you for listening, and we are out. Daisy.